Moschino is a special trademark, it's a special label for Italy because in its heritage with Jeremy Scott now, Jeremy Scott is going on this kind of fashion, tailoring, and lots of humor, lots of fun because at the end, fashion has to be fun too, for the guys too, for the men too. So I think that Jeremy Scott is doing a great work about the use of color, but above all the spirit of the menswear, because you can be elegant, you can be very chic, you can be very smart, even with lots of humor, witty spirit, and iconoclastic too.
I've loved Moschino ever since I was a little girl. My mom used to always wear it. And I've known Jeremy since I was a teenager, and I always wore his clothes. And I'm so excited that he has been the designer of this for years now and has just really taken it to the next level.
I love a new collection that I'm wearing for the next summer. Because I love flowers, I love colors, and it remembers me lots of India. India is so important for me, so that's why I like the new collection of Moschino.
I think what's so unique about Moschino is that you have a designer who has a very humorous point of view, who knows how to take the idea of subculture, any culture, and turn it upside down on its ear, which was something that Franco Moschino always loved to do. He always designed the collection with his tongue in his cheek, and I think that we see that from Jeremy Scott as well. Great humor, great fun, and clothes that go effortlessly from the runway to the sidewalk.
I loved it. I think what you see is what you get. I like the way he believes in his own fashion. I like the idea of the Italian fresco meets military, meets punk, meets quirky sexuality. He wears his own clothes. He wore the beret and the boots, the military boots, and the fresco. I think people need to believe in their own clothes, and Jeremy Scott always does.
Jeremy Scott is very inventive, and obviously it's kind of a strong statement about the Army. And I like the way he puts his spin on it, where he, does like an Army silhouette, but he'll do it in like a flower pattern. And then the girls, in the kind of Degas party dresses. It is a heavy statement, I thought, though, yeah. For the army, that whole army thing. And the heavy music, it was dramatic.
I was really thinking about the fight that we're in currently, about basically good and evil, and having to fight for what we believe in, and as an artist, fighting for beauty and fighting for integrity. So I started the collection with these frescoes, but they're super sci-fi frescoes. They're the Transformers illustrations of all the robots, of the good and evil fighting and combating in space, and it's exploding and it's very ominous. And then I moved into some of the more military looks, and you see some of the kind of drill cloth and the satin and that's been twisted to make evening gowns and frou-frou skirts and all these things, but it's a very kind of serious military kind of color palette and fabrication. But then we move into where we take that and we paint these black flowers on top of it, trying to make beauty on top of something very serious and something very austere. And then I moved into these Italian frescoes. I think selfishly about the things I would want to wear. I think about the things that I would like, and then I find that using my own instinct and my own voice has always really served me well, because then there's fans like Fedez and Marrakesh here, as well as some of the Moschino girls here like Sophia Ricci and Paris Hilton, and I feel like a lot of different people can find things for themselves in the collection. This is actually a vintage hat from 1983 that Judy Blame did, and I contacted him because I found this at a vintage store in London, and I asked him if he would collaborate with me and make new ones today. So I collected lots of different elements and charms as well as he did, and we put them together and made the hats for the collection. So I'm using right now an original Judy Blame from 1983, but we made all the new ones in the show together, and it was a total joy for me to have the opportunity to work with him, because he's such a legend in creating so many looks, from Nana Cherry and Boy George and all the Face magazine and ID, and so many things that he did that were so influential for me growing up. And when I loved so much about fashion, he was a big influence.